All right, well, this is going to be super fun. Here's our statistics and probability review. So we'll go through that, show how to do each of those. First question, Sam goes to a restaurant. He can order one food item, one drink item from the menu below. What's the probability he will order a sandwich and milk? So that's, if we were doing it this, sandwich and milk. Okay, so we look here. First off, we need to know, so it's basically all the combinations you have in one food, one drink. So remember how we find the total outcomes is the outcomes from one multiplied by the outcomes from the other. So there's 5 here, 2 here. So 5 times 2, 10. So there's 10 possible outcomes. Okay, now how many times would sandwich and milk go together? So sandwich and milk, if we were to draw a table out, that would be 1 out of those. So it'd be 1 out of 10. 10 total options, only one time those come together. So A. When Rick shoots from the blue line, he's able to hit the net on 1 out of 4 shots. What is the probability that Rick will hit the net twice in a row? Okay, so 2 shots. Now here's how I did this one. I pre-did this, but I want to show it to you. So here's how you look at it. So shot number 1, miss, 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 hit. So 1 out of 4. Shot 2, miss, 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 hit. So then what's the probability of hitting the net? Well, that happens 1 out of 16 total outcomes. So 1 out of 16. Scott's socks drawer has 3 green socks, 8 white socks, 4 black socks. What's the probability he will pull a white sock? So how many white socks do we have? So again, 8. So it's going to be 8 on top. Then how many total socks are there? 6 and 4 is 10 plus 8 is 18. So 8 out of 18. Now none of these match 8 out of 18, so obviously they reduced it, found an equivalent fraction. So if I divide this by 2, divide by 2, then that gives me 4 over 9. So it's C, 4 over 9. The grade 7 class has 18 boys and 14 girls. If a student is picked at random, what's the probability of picking a boy? Okay, so 18 boys out of how many total are there? 18 and 14, 32. So 18 out of 32. Again, we don't have that here, so what do? I look for equivalent or reduced. So 18 out of 32, not that. No, that's not half. It's not that. So it's this right here. So divide both by 2 and you get 9 over 16, C. Okay, what's the probability of picking a sour apple candy from a jar of candies that has 17 sour, 9 sweet berries, and 4 wacky watermelons? So I want to get a sour candy. So sour, and then there's sweet and wacky. So sour is just the 17. So 17 out of, and then my total is 4 and 17 and 9. So 17 and 9 is 26, plus 4 is 30. So 17 out of 30, C. If a spinner is divided into 6 equal parts, 3 green, 2 blue, 1 black, was probably spinning a green. So we want to get the green here. So again, 3 over, total how many? 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 over 6, not there, reduced. 3 over 6 is the same as 1/2, B. All right, number 7. A spinner is divided into 6 equal parts, numbered 1 to 6. What's the probability of spinning 2 5s in a row? So again, to help me on this one, I drew a table. Spin 1, 1 through 6. Spin 2, 1 through 6. All of my possible combinations. The question says 2 5s in a row, so 5 and 5, which is right here, which is one of them. Out of how many? 6 by 6 is 36, so 1 out of 36. So that would be A. Okay, what has the most possible outcomes? Flipping a coin, that one has 2. Spinning a spinner with 7 different sections, that's got 7. Flipping a 6-sided die, that has 6. Taking 1 marble from a bag with 3, 1, and 1. So that would be 3, 4, 5. So 5. So what has the most there? B. A horse owner is going on a trail ride, can choose from 4 different trails and 5 different distances. How many different possibilities does the horse owner have? So again, one event, another event. So what do we do to find the total outcomes? Multiply. 4 times 5, 20. D. You have a quarter, a dime, a nickel, and a penny in your pocket. You can take one coin out of your pocket, put it back, and then pull a second coin. What's the probability the sum of the values is going to be greater than 25 cents? Okay, so again, this one's easy to visualize on a tree diagram. So my first event, sticking my hand in my pocket, I have those 4 coins, so I can get any of those 4 coins. Second event is putting the coin back in your pocket, then taking another coin again. So then again, you can get a 25 with all of the coins, a 10 on your first pick, and then all the coins. 5, your first pick, second pick, all the coins, or a penny, and then all this. So when you have all these combinations, and then you have the sums. So the question said, sum greater of the values of the coins is greater than 25. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so then you have 7 out of how many total are there? Well, there's 4, 4, 4, and 4. There's 16. 7 out of 16. D. What is the mode of the following set of data? Mode of the set of data. So again, we put these in order, and then we see what's repeating. Okay, so then we look at here. The only one that actually is repeating, 28. B. What number, if added to the following set of numbers, would change the mode? So first we need to know the mode, and then we see which one's going to change it. Okay, so again, put them in order. All right, so our mode here is 3 because the 3 repeats 3 times. This only repeats twice. So what number, if we add it, would change it from being 3? So if I add another 3, nope, it's still 3. If I had a 7, that would make 2 7s. Nope. 9, nope, it would only make 2 9s. So if I had a 4, then the mode becomes 3 and 4, which is different than what it currently is. So it's going to be B, 4. Which of the following steps is not needed to construct a circle graph? Okay, if we're doing a circle graph, it doesn't matter the size of the circle. Circumference, again, is the distance around the outside. So not needed, A. When creating a circle graph, use the simple percentages to represent degrees of the circle. How many degrees would represent by 45%? Okay, so to do this is finding percent of a number. How many degrees are in a full circle? 360 degrees. So what's 45% of? So again, we do 45 divided by 100, okay, to make that into a decimal, and then multiply that by 360. Now this one, I'm not going to pull up my calculator, I can figure it out. It's not 180 because that's 50% of this. This one is too small, okay, it's 45%. So it's going to be this one. Okay, this one's too far away. Out of 400 grade 7 students, about how many would you expect to prefer simulation-based video games? So we're finding percent of a number again. Okay, so there's 400 total students. Simulation, which is right here, 33%. So I need to find out 33% of 400. Okay, 33% of 400. How do we do this again? Turn this to a decimal, which is 0.33. Divide that by 100. Multiply that by 400. Okay, go to calculator. 0.33 times 400. 132. Hey, go to calculator. Let's go back and check that other one. 360 times 0.45. 162. Woo! You roll a pair of 6-sided dice. List all the possible outcomes that have a sum of 5. Sum of 5. Okay, 2 6-sided dice. Okay, so you have 1 and 1. Nope. 1 and 2. Nope. 1 and 3. Nope. 1 and 4. Nope. 1 and 5. Oh, sorry. 1 and 4. Yes. 1 and 5. Nope. 1 and 6. Nope. So 2 and 1. 2 and 2. 2 and 3. Yep. 2 and 4. 2 and 5, 2 and 6, 3 and 1, 3 and 2, yep, 3 and 3, 3 and 4, 3 and 5, 3 and 6, 4 and 1, yep, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 6, 5, 1, 5, 2, and then none of the rest will have it. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of, what's probably around 2 numbers out of the sum of 5, so it would be probability sum equals 5 equals those 4 out of 6 by 6 is 36. Okay, so we can divide that by 4 and it will be 1 over 9. So 1 out of 9 chance. Baseball team has 6 pitchers and 3 catchers. Catchers never pitch and pitchers never catch. How many different combinations are there? So again, there's event 1, event 2. What do? Multiply them, it gives a total combination. So there's 18 total combos. School soccer team scored 5, 3, 4, 0, 6, 2, and 1, and 7 in 8 games. What's the average goals scored per game? Calculate the average or the mean, add up the total, and divide them by the number of numbers, which is 8. So 6 and 4 is 10. 7 and 3 makes 20. 25, 26, 28 goals. So 28 goals divided by 8, 3.5. So you would say 3.5 is the average goals per game. All right, so here we've got this. So Frank has a survey the amount of time with his 16 friends. A lot of friends there, Frank. Spend doing homework. That's a lot of minutes. The results were recorded on the following table. Okay, so there's the table. So it's 16 friends. Calculate the frequency. Okay, so we're just going to calculate and put them in here. So 48 goes here. What is the mean of the results? So that would be the average amount of time. So now we're going to add all these up and then divide it by 16. Okay, so we're going to add all those up. Okay, it equals 800 divided by 16. So divided by 16 is 50. What's the mode of the time intervals in the frequency table? So the most common time intervals in the frequency table, 21 to 40. Okay, most frequent, there's 6 of them. Fahad collected math marks from 14 of his friends and added his own. So there's 15 total. Following data he collected, there you go. What's the median mark? He has the median mark. What did he get? Okay, so to do median, remember we line all these up. So the lowest all right, so into the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. So he got 77. What would be the mean mark for his class if the highest mark were not included? So take out the 99, and we're going to do all the rest of those. So we will add all those up. 76.5. Very close to the median. Is it appropriate to exclude the high mark when analyzing this data? I would say no, because there's 2 other ones in the 90s, and it's kind of like a wide span here, so it could be fine. No.